Hello friends, so let us learn important question from the skeletal system biology portion. So question number 1, the total number of bones in the adult human skeleton is, so it is easy one, 206. Next one, the longest bone in the human body is, so it is femur, which is also called thigh bone. It is the longest and strongest bone in the human body. Which of the following is a part of axial skeleton? So as we know that a skeletal system can be broadly categorized in two types, axial and appendicular. So answer is option number C, vertebral column. So it is part of the axial system, whereas rest of the three are part of the appendicular system. Next one, the type of joint found between the humerus and the scapula. So between humerus and the scapula, it is ball and socket joint, option number C. Next one, the main mineral component of the bone is, so it is calcium phosphate. Next, the part of human skull that articulates with the vertebral column, so it is occipital lobe, option number B, right answer. Next question, the number of cervical vertebrae in the human body is, so it is option A, that is 7. Human vertebral column consists of 7 cervical vertebrae. The sternum is connected to the ribs by the cartilage, option number C. Which type of joint is found in the human wrist? So it is gliding joint. It is present in the wrist region. Which part of the skeletal system protects the brain? So it is skull. Cranium of the skull, which is also called brain box, protect the brain. The bones of forearm are, so it is radius and ulna, option number A. Next, which structure in the bone stores fat? So yellow bone marrow, option number B. It is used to store the fat. The type of cartilage found in the intervertebral disc is fibrocartilage, option number C. This is the cartilage present in intervertebral disc. Pelvic girdle is formed by the fusion of, so it is formed by the fusion of three bones, ilium, pubis and ischium. These three bones fuse to form the pelvic girdle. The bone responsible for the movement of the lower jaw is mandible, option number B. Which of the following is not a function of skeletal system? So production of the hormone, it is not the function of the skeletal system. The joint between the atlas and axis vertebrae allow which type of movement? So it allows rotational movement, option number B. The atlas C1 and axis C2 vertebrae form a pivot joint that allows rotational movement of the head, such as nodding, no aureus. The canal present in the center of osteon in compact bone is called Haversian canal, option number B. The soft connective tissue that fills the cavities of the bone is called bone marrow, option number C. Next, the primary component of the cartilage is chondrocytes, option number A. Osteocytes form the bone, whereas chondrocytes they form the cartilage. The bones of middle ear are collectively called ossicles, option number A. How many pairs of ribs are present in human body? So it is easy one, 12. There are 12 pairs of ribs in human body, which are categorized in three subtypes. First, true ribs, which form 7 pairs. Then second, false ribs, which are 3 pairs of ribs. Then last two are known as floating ribs. Next, which type of joint connects the bones of the skull? So it is fibrous joint, option number B, right ones. The spongy bone tissue is found primarily in the epiphyses of the long bones, option number A. The ends of long bones are also known as epiphyses, which contain the spongy bone tissue. The condition in which bones becomes weak and brittle due to loss of bone mass is called osteoporosis, option number B. Which of the following is not a bone of the appendicular skeleton? So sternum, it is a bone of axial skeleton. Rest of three are bones of appendicular skeleton. What type of joint is found between the phalanges? So option number A, that is hinge joint. They are found in the interphalangeal joints. The protein that provide flexibility to the bones is collagen. Option number A. In humans, the floating ribs are, so they are 11th and 12th pair. Option number C is the right one. Which bone hormone regulate calcium level in the bones and blood? So it is parathyroid hormone. Option number C. The smallest bone in the human body is located in the ear. So in ear there are three small bones, malleus, incus and stapes. So stapes is the smallest bone in our body. Axial skeletal consists of how many bones? So it is 80 bones. The axial skeleton consists 80 bones, whereas the appendicular skeleton, it comprises 126 bones. Which type of joint is found between the femur and the pelvic girdle? So it is ball and socket joint, which allows movement in multiple directions. Which of the following is an example of flat bone? So sternum, option number B, it is an example of a flat bone. The bone cells responsible for bone resorption, breaking down the bone tissue, are called osteoclasts. Which vitamin is essential for the proper calcium absorption in bones? So it is vitamin D, option number D. Which part of the human skeleton is referred to as the collarbone? So clavicle, option number B, is known as collarbone. The abnormal lateral curvature of the spine is called scoliosis. The pectoral girdle connects the arms to the axial skeleton. Option number C. The outer membrane covering the bone is called periosteum. Option number B is the right answer. Which part of the skeletal system protects the brain? So it is cranium of the skull, which is also known as brain box, and it helps in the protection of the brain. The patella is an example of which type of the bone? So it is a sesamoid bone. Option number D. Patella, which is also known as kneecap, it is a sesamoid type of bone. Which of the following bone is not part of the skull? So scapula, it is not a part of skull. It belongs to the shoulder blade or pectoral girdle. Which bone is commonly fractured during the CPR if not performed correctly? So ribs, option number B. The shaft of a long bone is called diaphysis, option number B, whereas the ends are known as epiphysis, option number A. The structural and functional unit of the compact bone is called osteon, option number A. Which hormone inhibits bone breakdown and promotes the calcium deposition? So it is calcitonin, option number A, secreted by the thyroid gland. The condition caused by a deficiency of vitamin D in the children is called rickets. So the deficiency of vitamin D in children is called rickets, whereas in adult it is called osteoporosis. Next, osteoporosis is characterized by weak and brittle bones. Option number C is known as osteoporosis. Which of the following is an autoimmune disorder affecting the joints? So it is rheumatoid arthritis. It is an autoimmune disorder of the joints. What is the main cause of gout? So it is accumulation of the uric acid crystal in the joint is known as gout disease. Next, kyphosis is, so it is an exaggerated outward curvature of the thoracic spine. It is known as kyphosis. A saddle joint is found between thumb joint. Option number B. Which of the following is an example of a pivot joint? So C option, joint between the atlas and axis is called pivot joint. It allows rotational movement. The primary function of the synovial fluid in a joint is to reduce the friction between the bones. Option number C is correct one. The elbow joint is an example of which type of joint? So it is hinge joint. Option number C. The joints between the bones of skulls are called sutures, or they comes under the fibrous joints. Bone remodeling is regulated by which two cells? So one which form it and one which break or destroy it. So osteoblast and osteoclast, option number A. The primary protein in the bone matrix is collagen, option number D is the right one. The growth plate in long bone is also called epiphyseal plate, option number D. Which of the following hormone directly promotes the bone growth? So growth hormones, option number B. Which type of bone contains a higher proportion of trabeculae? So B option, spongy bones. They found in the ends of long bones and within flat bones. They contains the trabeculae porous structure that reduce the weight and support the bone marrow. The process of bone formation is known as ossification. Option number B is the right one. Which part of the bone is responsible for the production of red blood cell? Option number B, red bone marrow. It is mainly involved in formation of RBCs. A fracture where the bone breaks into multiple pieces is called comminuted fracture. Option number C. What is the term for a partial dislocation of a joint? It is subluxation, option number C. Which type of fracture commonly occurs in children due to their flexible bones? And it is called green stick fracture, option number B. A sprain involves the injury of ligaments. So the ligament injuries are known as sprains. What is the medical term for inflammation of the bones? So it is osteomyelitis. Option number B, it is osteomyelitis is known as the inflammation of the bones. Which of the following bone is unique to humans among primate? So chin, option number D. The primary evolutionary advantage of the bipital skeleton in human is efficient energy use in locomotion, option number C. The foramen magnum is positioned more anteriorly in humans to support the bipedal locomotion, option number A. The comparative structure of human hand allows precision grip and fine motor skills, option number B. Which of the following is not a feature of the human skeletal system related to the evolution? So option number C, elongated tailbones. The ability of a joint to move in all directions is provided by which type of joint? So ball and socket joint. It allows movement in all direction. Which of the following joints allow no movement? So fibrous joint, they do not allow any movement. In which joints are movement of pronation and supination observed? So radioulnar joints, option number B. Which of the following joint is an example of gliding joint? So joints between the carpal bone, option number B is the right one. Synovial joints are characterized by the presence of synovial fluid, option number B. Which movement occurs when the angle between two bones decreases? So it is flexion, option number C. Which joint in the human body is largest and most complex? So knee joint, option number B. It is the largest joint and most complex joint. The primary type of cartilage found in nose and trachea is option number C, hyaline cartilage. Cartilage does not heal easily because it lacks blood vessels, option number B. The soldier joint is an example of ball and socket joint, option number B. Which of the following is irregular bone? So vertebral column or vertebra, option number B. Which imaging technique is most commonly used to detect the bone fracture? So option number B, that is X-ray. These are the primary diagnostic tools. Which imaging technique provide the most detailed images of soft tissues around the bones? So MRI, option number B. Magnetic resonance imaging is highly effective for visualizing the soft tissues, ligament and cartilage near the bones. A bone density test commonly used to diagnose osteoporosis is called DEXA scan. Option number A, DEXA scan. Dual energy X-ray absorptiometry measure bone mineral density and helps in diagnosis the osteoporosis. CT scans are preferred over X-rays for The assessing the complex bone fracture, option number B. Which imaging technique is least suitable for bones but ideal for examining cartilage and ligament? So MRI, option number A.